Hey, how's it going YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers need to sign Dwight Howard. Now, obviously, many of y'all probably do know already, DeMarcus Cousins tore his ACL and will be out for the entire season. And he was pretty much set to be that third star-level player on their team to help them beat the Los Angeles Clippers and really help them take that next step to be an NBA Finals team. And with him being out, they've been working out some guys, and among those people are Dwight Howard. And I'll be giving 3 reasons why I personally think that they should sign Dwight Howard. So without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so for our first reason for his video is going to be that he's still a very good player. Now, a lot of people around the league, since he is no longer his MVP type self, which, I mean, isn't technically his fault, because, I mean, when he first came into the league, he was pretty much the big man that you wanted. A strong, athletic guy. Pretty much all he can do is back to the basket. He can back down anyone and just be physically a dominant player. He was kind of like a Shaq type player. But it was when the league evolved around him, where big men now shoot threes and stuff, and you pretty much have to be able to shoot threes and play defense on the perimeter, that has really been a big reason why he is no longer that all-star or even superstar level player that we once known him as. But although he's no longer that good of a player, he is still a very good player, very good role player, and I mean, I think he's very underrated. He's slowly becoming one of the more underrated guys in the entire league. As if you take away the last year's season, the reason I'm doing that is because he was with the dumpster fire that was the Washington Wizards, and I'm just going to take that season away because the Washington Wizards pretty much made everyone look bad besides Bradley Beal. And if you take those away and you average his 4 last seasons together, he was able to average 15 points per game, 1.5 blocks per game, 12.4 rebounds per game on 60% shooting from the field. So this dude has been having an absolutely very good career. I mean, that's a good career for pretty much any starter level center in the entire league. In my opinion, he's probably still a top 15 center in the entire league. And with him being considered washed right now, I mean, he would be a great contributor, as, I mean, he is pretty much a better version of JaVale McGee. They both do the same thing, but Dwight Howard's just better at doing it than JaVale McGee. He's stronger, more athletic, and I think personally Dwight Howard is a better player than him as well. And I think with stats like that, I mean, it's very hard to say that he's a washed-up player. So with these stats, you can see he's a double-double every night type player. He can protect the paint and the rim at an elite level. So, I mean, just imagine Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard in the backcourt by themselves at the same time. I mean, that would be the best shot blocking duo probably in the league that you can have on a team. Plus, he's going to be scoring very efficiently. He's going to be able to get rebounds. His rebounding numbers are probably going to go sky high if he does sign with the Lakers, just because he's going to be doing most of the dirty work for them. So I think personally that Dwight Howard is still a very underrated player right now and still a very good player, and he would be an absolute steal if the Lakers were able to get him. I mean, especially for a cheap contract, he would be an absolute steal, and I think he would probably be one of the best contributors on the entire team that is a role player. Obviously, outside of Kuzma, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James, he'll probably be the 4th best contributor if they do sign Dwight Howard, and that's just in my opinion. But my second reason is going to be that it gives them much needed depth at the center position. As right now, without Dwight Howard signed and with DeMarcus Cousins now being out for the entire season, the only active center on the roster is JaVale McGee. And yes, JaVale McGee is good, but he's good when he gets about 20 to 15 minutes a game, not when he's getting 40 minutes because he's the only center on the roster. So Dwight Howard or any center really is going to give them much needed depth at that position. And I think personally that Dwight Howard, with how good he is and how similar he really is to JaVale McGee, that's going to be very hard for teams to really be able to deal with, to have 2 extremely strong, extremely athletic big men come in and be able to rotate for each other, and Dwight and JaVale McGee, they're going to be very hard to deal with, and they're really going to be able to wear down teams and really help kind of make the big men more tired, because they're going to have to deal with them on every single position, on every single possession, should I say, and it's going to be very hard to deal with that on the floor, down and back, because I mean, they're so strong, you're going to have to put so much energy into stopping them. Their big men are eventually going to get tired, and not many teams have another backup big man and 2 very good big men trying to stop those strong and athletic of guys, and that's not even to say that Anthony Davis is going to be down there as well. But now my third reason for his video is going to be that he will play better probably with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now, for the past 3 years, he has been on teams where he has been the second or even the best players, and that is the Atlanta Hawks a few years ago, and that was before they had Trae Young, so he was the best player. The Charlotte Hornets, where he was the second best player after Kemba Walker, and then the Washington Wizards, where after John Wall went down after a month into the season, he was once again the second best player on the roster. But now, if he does does sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, he will at least only be the 4th best player on the team, as they will have LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, and maybe you could make an argument for some other guys on the roster as well. But he will at least, at most, should I say, be the number 4 overall best player on the roster, and that should help them a ton, as now he will no longer have to be the main guy. He'll be getting a ton of one-on-one situations back to the basket, which he is the best at. If you get Dwight Howard one-on-one back to the basket, he is one of the best players in the league at doing that, as you can see, where he finishes it at 60% of the time, which is going to be very, very hard for anyone to deal with. And I mean, he's going to get a lot of those one-on-one matchups because, well, I mean, you have LeBron AD that you have to double team, or at least have to pretty much go out all the way to guard him, and Kyle Kuzma is becoming a star level player to the point to where you have to have someone on him at all times as well, and you cannot double off of him. So Dwight Howard's going to be getting a lot of one-on-one situations, and his scoring will probably go up, and I would not be surprised at all if we see him have an absolutely beast of a season this year. Plus, with how good of a passer LeBron James is, he's going to be getting a lot of open cuts to the lane and open passing lanes for him as well, and it's going to be very, very interesting to watch how Dwight Howard has a good season, and I think he would have an unbelievably good season with the Lakers. So in my opinion, I think that they should sign Dwight Howard, and I think it would make sense for the Lakers to do it, but it would also make sense for Dwight Howard to do it, because obviously Dwight Howard would probably be winning a championship. If not, he would probably go to the conference finals for sure. The Lakers are getting a center that legitimately could start for pretty much every team in the league outside of some that already have a beast of a center at their position. But I mean, yeah, they're probably getting him for cheap as well, so I think it would benefit both sides. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think that Dwight Howard should sign with the Lakers? Do you think the Lakers should sign him? I want to hear our thoughts in the comment section below. And if you do like the video at any point, like button, subscribe button, I mean the absolute world to me. You have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah, blah.